Good afternoon. Today is October 3rd, 2024. 33 days away from the election. Today I just want to talk about something about the Diddy case and how it connects to Trump. It's kind of crazy. Back after this. All right, so before I go into what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to show two things. I'm going to show you two videos from North Carolina damage, which is it's terrible. I'm hearing a lot of rumors that the government is not letting people fly planes, fly their own helicopters in to give aid, which is mind-boggling. I've been told that they're blocking, you know, people from trying to save residents, which I don't make any sense, right? It's crazy. Are they trying to kill these people? I don't know what to think anymore. It's a crazy world we live in here, right? Um, what is the purpose of our federal government if they do not help Americans when they're stranded in a hurricane? What is the purpose of all the taxes? What is the purpose of everything we're doing? We're giving all this money to Ukraine, we're giving all this money to other countries, we're giving NGOs. I think we got $460 million for migrants this year is allocated, and that's just what we know about, and that's actually on the news now. I mean, that's crazy. And you got people that are missing in North Carolina. God help them. It's terrible. Um, we have this big money laundering operation where they send money overseas to all these companies that are connected to the military industrial complex and weapons making, destruction, killing people. And now we have an actual emergency. Now, if we can't forget why it was created, if it was allowed or manufactured, but that's a different story. There's still Americans in peril, in danger, and they're not doing anything. You know, what's the point of our government doing? What is the point of the government? They don't do anything really. You got Biden talking about climate change now. He's how about we'll do whatever it takes to get the Americans safe. We're going to rebuild these communities, and but then we'll talk about the politics later and all the agendas and everything else. It's pretty gross. Watch some of these videos. This video is of people in North Carolina. It's from TikTok. Um, it's bananas.
All right, we got to think about getting out of here because this is going to be. James, you all right, bud?
Bananas, right? People just sitting in their community. People sitting in a living room that's flooded with their animals, and it's just. Can you even fathom that? I've been down a little depressed lately because I'm about to lose my job. I'm unemployed, looking for something. Say some prayers for me, but say some prayers for people in North Carolina. They don't have anything. It's hard to get. It's hard to look at any other of our problems now and be like, yeah, that's a problem. No, these people have nothing, and the government don't give a shit. Um, the government doesn't care, and the people that the few people that are trying to help are being hindered. Why? I don't know, but it sounds fishy and sounds pretty evil. If you watch my last 2 days videos, you can see I talked about that the mining operations that are going on in North Carolina, in those mountains, with the lithium mine, the third largest lithium mine in the world, and the two quartz, very uh, very what's called purified quartz, like 9 to not like 11 nines supposedly, like the best quartz in the world according to and it's used for computer chips, AI chips specifically. And who knows? But say a prayer for these people. Say hopefully our government wakes up. The National Guard is supposedly not even wasn't allowed in yet. But you see what Florida did. Florida is sending the National Guard to the ports to take over the port operations because it's a national emergency. So it's pretty impressive. DeSantis, Republicans stepping up to the plate here. Where are the Democrats? Nowhere to be found. So here's one more video of North Carolina. It's a little bit longer. Um, Check it out. It's pretty bad. This is a flyover.
Helicopter 499 Delta Alpha, vicinity of Harley-Davidson, moving back eastbound. Ironically enough, I was just up here in the summertime coming through this area. It was very beautiful.
Pilot Sam Slate has been dropping off water, diapers, and food for people who are cut off because of mudslides that wiped out entire roads.
What are you doing?
Lisa Balneck says they know people who are still missing.
You go 5 minutes down the road and neighbors that you grew up with are gone. Their houses are gone. I don't know when life's going to get back to normal. But I'm thankful that we're okay and that our family's here together.
So can you imagine? I mean, the whole neighborhood just destroyed. I mean, it's so disgusting, guys. So anyway, the other reason I wanted to make a video today was because of this Diddy thing, right? So can you guys see my screen? So Diddy, right, is being charged with sexual assault, right? He recently another 120 new sexual misconduct lawsuits against him, and the one dating back as far as 1991, right? So the original lawsuit that was filed against him was last year, right? And so now Trump is exposed a lot, right? And this is just one more thing that because they changed the laws to go after Trump, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but because they changed the laws to go after Trump, Diddy is caught up in this, and so is Hollywood, right? I'm going to show you the proof. I ran a ChatGPT search on something I thought I knew this. I just wanted to make sure. Right. So Trump is exposed to fake news media first, right? That was the first thing he talked about. Now I don't watch the news, and I know a bunch of other people. Know a lot of other people don't trust the news anymore. He's exposed the Department of Justice. He's exposed Hollywood through Diddy, right? Even though Hollywood's disgusting. The government is being exposed for corruption to all now, right? The establishment politicians are being exposed. The warmongers, the neocons, right? All the Democrats are disgusting. He's exposing the Department of Education, the woke agenda, the FDA, to all the fluoride stuff, the food stuff, the big pharma stuff, deep state, right? The CIA. People starting to talk about that like normal now, right? State Department, puppet masters running the world. Normal people are talking about these things. DHS, all the NGOs, border disaster, right? The DHS is a disaster. The NGOs that are being used to bring in the migrants all over the country, that's the border disaster. And this is just the start of it, right? It's pretty insane. So anyway, so now back to the Diddy thing. So Sean Diddy Combs is currently facing serious legal challenges with 120 new sexual misconduct lawsuits expected to be filed against him. These claims include allegations of sexual assault, rape, false imprisonment, and other abuses, some dating as far back as 1991. Notably, some of the accusers were minors at the time, and with one, that's terrible, 9 years old, when they alleged abuse. Many incidents are said to have happened at parties and events, the freak-offs Combs hosted with accusers, right? All right, next. So there's a statute of limitations on everything, really, right? And do you know that the only reason that they were able to open up the case against Diddy is because they created in 2022, they created a bullshit act called the Adult Survivors Act, and it created a look-back window for a year, that just for that year, people could file sexual assault cases against people with no statute of limitations. So that's what the E. Jean Carroll case was against Trump, right? And now Diddy is also caught up, and so is Hollywood. So let's read this. The statute of limitations on for many sexual assault cases, particularly those involving minors or historical abuse, has been extended or eliminated. So they took away the statute of limitations or extended them. In New York and California, for example, look-back windows have been created through legislation like the Adult Survivors Act and the Child Victims Act, allowing victims of older cases to file lawsuits regardless of when the abuse occurred. These laws aim to give survivors more time to seek justice, which is why the new cases against Diddy are still allowed despite the age of allegations. So directly because of the Adult Survivors Act, right? Okay, next. The Adult Survivors Act was passed in New York in 2022. Who was in office? Let me see. Oh, Biden, right? Yep. Oh, yep. 2022, it provides a 1-year look-back window for adult survivors of sexual assault cases to file civil lawsuits against their abusers, regardless of when the assault occurred. The window, which began November 2022 and ended in November of 2023, allows survivors to seek justice for claims that were previously barred by the statute of limitations. The law aims to give adult survivors a chance to hold their abusers accountable. So Diddy got caught up in this, right? Yes. So I asked it, was the E. Jean Carroll case against Donald Trump only allowed because of this same law? Yes. The E. Jean Carroll lawsuit against Donald Trump was allowed because of the Adult Survivors Act. Carroll filed a civil lawsuit under this law in 2022, which opened a 1-year window for adult survivors of sexual assault to bring claims that were previously time barred. Carroll alleged that Trump raped her in the mid-1990s and defamed her when denying the allegations. The ASA gave her the legal pathway. The ASA, the Adult Survivors Act, gave her the legal pathway to pursue this case despite the original incident occurring decades ago. So you guys understand? So Diddy, because they changed the laws, the Adult Survivors Act allowed E. Jean Carroll to go back and sue Trump. Diddy also got sued in that same time frame. Another Trump exposure. Man, when are they going to learn? You broke the system, you changed the laws, and you made you bent it for your own gain and power control. And this is what happens. And this is why the world is in a shambles, because you don't want your secrets exposed. Well, it's coming. Anyway, stay positive, guys. It's not that bad. Have a safe day.